All this Europe's defense strategy, however, is currently far from unified. Diverse national interests, fragmented defense procurement, reliance on the US and NATO, and several political and economic barriers are just a few challenges that hinder a truly unified strategy. What all agree on, however, is increased defense spending across the continent, and that the next conflict Europe could face will not only be a hybrid threat but also a real conventional conflict requiring a lot of resources and innovation. This was also evident at Eurosatory 2024, Europe's largest defense exhibition held in Paris, the capital city of France. I had the opportunity to visit this exhibition and gain some insights into new and future military equipment showcased there. Every major European defense company was present there and showed off their latest products, and from what I saw, one thing became clear to me: a huge emphasis on ground warfare in the form of a lot of traditional military equipment such as tanks and infantry fighting vehicles, paired with modern solutions and new approaches. What was also quite interesting was the fact that a lot of this equipment had a very high profile compared to current Russian or American equipment. They had some American vehicles, such as the Bradley and Abrams, on display, and compared to many of the other vehicles, they looked frankly small. This IFV here even had a profile nearly as high as a truck. This was also true for the new GMARS rocket launcher, a collaboration between Rheinmetall and Lockheed Martin, which looked almost gigantic compared to the HIMARS. I believe this is partly due to the fact that the new reality of the completely transparent battlefield, caused by revolutionary and advanced reconnaissance, intelligence, and surveillance capabilities through drones, was finally widely accepted. While traditionally a lower profile made vehicles harder to detect, particularly on the battlefield where they can be obscured by terrain, vegetation, or other obstacles, drones can now easily nullify this advantage. In other words, they will be detected anyway. This takes away one major layer of the famous survivability onion that says do not be detected as a rule of thumb. So when you most likely get detected anyways, why not go for better protection against specific threats, more payload, and the capability to mount larger weapon systems and defensive measures instead. Also, most of the newly developed vehicles are designed for the European theater in particular, so for many of them, there is no focus on air transportability like there is with much of the US equipment, for example. This was mostly the case for armored personnel carriers and infantry fighting vehicles. The profile of the new tanks, such as the German Panther, remained relatively small compared to many of the IFVs on display. Regarding tanks, it seems that many of the new models have adopted the Russian model of skipping one crew member and adding an autoloader. Both the Leopard 2A8 and the German Panther KF-51 were displayed with one variant showing a fully remote-controlled turret. Overall, it seems many of the lessons learned from Ukraine have been implemented into the new products. There was a lot of focus on anti-drone warfare through electronic warfare systems and anti-air defense, such as the Skyranger. A video about this system will be coming soon as well. Additionally, there was a lot of discussion regarding autonomous weapon systems and artificial intelligence in general, but these concepts are hard to showcase, as you might guess. Interestingly, drones, and by drones I mean unmanned aerial vehicles, were more of a sidekick for most exhibitors. There were many displayed here and there, scattered throughout the booths, but they definitely did not dominate the exhibition. Ukraine showcased quite a few of their domestically produced ones, and the UAE's Edge Group, which has long put a majority of their emphasis on unmanned aerial systems, had the largest portfolio of them on display. They showed quadcopters, loitering munitions, and cargo UAVs, which definitely made them look like they were filling a gap here. What was definitely noticeable was a huge amount of unmanned ground vehicles. Here, it also looked